pacing at the temple's entrance, appeared to be a normal street cat. But upon closer inspection, this cat was larger than normal and had a few pouches and a few daggers on them, and then they stood up on their hind legs to greet the approaching strangers. When standing on all fours, a Mivame may appear indistinguishable from a normal domestic cat. However, these felines usually conduct themselves bipedally and have roughly the same intelligence as humans. They are larger than their domestic cat ancestors, usually standing roughly at 3 feet tall and weighing 25 to 60 pounds. The coloration of Mivame encompasses the entirety of the possible appearances for domestic cats. However, it is common practice among Mivame to dye their furs all sorts of colors, whether it be for status, intimidation, or just for fashion. The one portion of Mivame appearance that will always be uniform throughout the entire race is the markings on their chest, which resemble a three-toed paw print. Mivame are a species of feline humanoids, that is, they evolved from cats. Like their ancestors, Mivame pride themselves on being very loyal beings. No matter what the canines may say, and most of them are beloved and trusted by the other races, some were known in historical paintings to have been either royal domesticated pets, while others worked as huntsmen for high coin and mercenaries. Very driven by the bonds of friendship and family, providing support to the party is where a Mivame may find its strong suit, no matter what. Most Mivame tend to live in tribes or groups, but many choose to go on their own because they are known to be loyal and supportive. Many people of other races seek to have them as battle partners and companions. A Mivame is usually paid to work in partnership with someone else. When paid and treated well, a relationship between a Mivame and their owner, can't think of the word, between the Mivame and the person who's paying them, it can be very healthy and result in a strong friendship. Sadly, this is not always the case. Sometimes the people who are paying them can be cruel and will keep the Mivame as a servant or take advantage of their loyal nature. So this right here, this is the art of a Mivame. They are small-sized cat-like folk, essentially designed to be mimicked off of the Palicos from Monster Hunter. So let's go ahead and get into their traits. So, as a Mivame, your dexterity score increases by 2 and your intelligence increases by 1. Mivame usually reach maturity around age 5 and can usually live to be about 50 years old. When a Mivame is standing on their back feet, they stand anywhere from 2.5 to about 3.5 feet. Being as such, your size is small, and they have a base walking speed of 30 feet. They have 60 feet of dark vision, keen sense, which allows them to get proficiency in their perception skill, and they know Common, Tabaxi, and one other language of your choice. Now we're going to get into the Mivame specific features. There's Fury of the Small, not specific, this is goes to Goblin as well, where it's when you do damage with an attack or spell and that creature size is larger than yours, you can cause the attack or spell to deal extra damage to the creature. This extra damage is equal to your level. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. And they also get Cat's Claws, which works the exact same as it does with Tabaxi, except this uses dexterity instead of strength. And the Mivame unique feature is Loyal Bond. After finishing a long rest, you choose one creature, and while you're within 15 feet of that creature, both of your ACs will be increased by 2. So this is Mivame, pretty simple race. Both races today are going to be on the more simpler side. Sorry, I just got a Discord message. Yeah, both these races are going to be on the simple side, but still some more unique races. So we're going to go right into the Monto. Stepping off the large ship is a tall, pale-skinned humanoid, covered in bright plate armor. Along their back, this large pair of wings and almost some sort of cat-like ears coming out of their head, and a long, furry, bushy tail. A Monto is a mixture of a few different species. Montos are large, griffin-like humanoids, being experimental artificial creatures. They seem to be what has happened if you turn a griffin humanoid. So you could say it could be part tabaxi, part griffin, part human. Their lineage can vary. Their form usually consists of no human ears, just these kind of bestial ears, cat ears, however you want them to look. Their horns are roughly the same size as their ears. They get human coloration and features, much the normal human-like face, and most of your body is human-like, and you get all the same features are the same. But they get wings on their back as big as their arms, or upward of twice their height in wingspan. A long tail, able to circle their hips just barely twice, which is wider and more pointed near the end. And they usually wear robes made of their feathers for their human form, unless they find something else they can use their feathers for. So, Montos are Montos of the forest are Montos of the forest are natively large cat-like beasts with great wings. We'll get into this. Sharp wood-crafting claws, a tail equipped to channel lightning, and a keen alert mind. They have both their humanoid form, but also some have a beastly form they can turn into. The Monto came from a lab and doesn't have any history from before that. The original Monto that were made in the lab would have likely had a tabaxi or a griffin mother, and magical experiments would have given them a mutated child, though Monto can mate and breed with other Monto. Monto, kind of being new to society, don't have a full set placed into it. Most Monto you will find will be living alone or with a family out in the wilds, though a rare Monto could be found amongst civilization. It really depends on the Monto specifically. So this is Art of the Monto, one of the earlier pieces we got. This race was made by my friend and then balanced and edited by me. The person who made this was also the same person who made the Balance Night class, so it's gonna have some of the same kind of a little bit of the same vibe going on there. You'll see a little bit of it. Let's get into the traits. So Monto traits: your Wisdom score increases by 2, and your Dexterity increases by 1. Montos age very slowly. They don't reach maturity until they're about 100 years old and can live to be about 600 years old. Montos average around 6 feet tall. Your size is medium. And you get natural weapons. You have claws that deal 1d4 plus your strength or dexterity modifier to hit. You get a feature called Storm Tail. Your tail deals 4d4 lightning damage. This uses your strength to hit as well. This damage is increased to 6d4 at 6th level, 8d4 at 11th, and 10d4 at 16th. It takes an action to attack with this. Even if you have multi-attack, this still takes a whole action to use this, and you're proficient with this attack. But yeah, so proficient, use your strength, but it does take a whole action to use this. Once you can only use this feature once, and you have to finish a long rest before you can do so again. You also get storm resistance, giving you resistance to lightning damage. And in addition, once per long rest, you can remove amount of lightning damage that you're taking after it gets cut in half by an amount equal to your total level. So say you're level 5, and you will be taking like 20 lightning damage. You've reduced that, well, you resist it, so that gets reduced down to 10. And you can then go, I'm going to use this as well, and then reduce another 5, so you take 5 damage off that for this specific case. Next one is natural diet. Your claws are naturally wood carver's tools, as wood is your main diet. Wood is the only thing you need to eat in order to live. But you can eat other foods if you are desperate that is not as satisfying to you as wood is. And then the last feature, Monto form. Once you reach level 5, you can call upon the natural form of your kind, becoming a large-sized bestial creature. Your strength modifier and dexterity modifier are increased by your proficiency bonus while in this form. Your AC becomes 15 plus your dexterity. The items you held wait in the astral realm for you to claim when you transform back or are slain. This does not apply. That, however, does not apply to living things. Lightning damage that you deal is double, and your claws change from their previous 1d4 to 2d8. This transformation lasts for only 1 minute, and you have to finish a long rest before you can use this again. We don't exactly have art of a Monto form, but essentially a Monto form is pretty much just a full-on griffin, but with a lot more fur than feather, with more fur mixed in with their feathers. That's the way their Monto form is supposed to look. So that was the Monto and the Mivame. Um, like I said, two pretty simple races. Monto's having a very lightning based and griffin based kind of thing, being interesting. Uh, so our next video, I'm gonna start trying to pump out as many of these as I can because some stuff came up. I'll come up in a second. Um, Next video is going to be the Moonrider race and the Petrikazi race. Moonriders being a homebrew race that I created in a campaign that I'm running, and the Petrikazi is the opposite of the Luxians. For Luxians were from the Light Realm, the Petrikazi are from the Shadow Realm. So we're gonna get into that. But I'm gonna start trying to pump out these videos a little faster than I have been. Um, I learned something a few days ago. Google Docs has a character limit. I used Google Docs for making this, and I was already pretty much done with what I was doing. I was just adding in some last little steps. Um, but as I added in this last stuff, I surpassed that character limit. Had to remove a few spells. So I'm now in the final stages of this book, and I want to get through all the races, and then just get through the classes to keep continuing to promote this before it comes out. So I'm gonna start trying to pump out these videos a little faster. But with that, that should be the end of the video. The next video will be, like I said, the Moonrider and the Petrikazi, which I think will be interesting. For the most part, kind of simple. Moonrider is going to get a little complicated, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Now, future me, I know you are going to try to cut me off. You keep doing it. You think this is funny. I also think this is funny. You cut me off a while ago, didn't you? Ah, crap, everything's black. I'm in the void now. Now what do I do? No, I, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the void. Goodbye.